If I sung that song like that, my lung would be on this pew. It's good to see everybody again. You know, I haven't been up here in a while. I mean, it's not good to see Troy. I didn't want to see him today. Day's pretty much ruined. But let's try to end it on a good note. We can continue. Going to Revelation. If everybody can go to chapter 7 of Revelation. Everybody remembers that this is the Apostle John's vision of the world coming to its end. This book. I think you all remember how we left off with chapter 6. We went through the first 6 seals of 7 seals. So we begin with chapter 7. Today we're going to talk about verses 1 through 4. Just read them first. And after these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, the sea, or any tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God. And he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, Hurt not the earth, neither the sea, the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our God in their foreheads. And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. Verse 1, John says, after these things. After what things? John says this a couple times in Revelation. I think his vision is sort of broken up into pieces. In chapter 1, remember he has a vision of Christ in his heavenly form. In chapters 2 and 3, he receives instructions of what to write to 7 churches. And in chapter 4, verse 1, he says, after this, which is after that part of the vision, after he sees Christ in his heavenly form, after he writes the letters to the 7 churches. Chapter 4, he's taken up to heaven in the spirit, which just means not in his body. He sees a vision of the throne, who's on the throne. He sees the 4 living beasts. He sees the 24 elders around the throne. Chapter 5, he sees the Lamb, or Christ, comes and takes the scroll, which is in the hand of him on the throne. He sees many angels and many people rejoicing. Chapter 6, we remember he sees Christ breaking the 6 seals, which every seal unleashes an event on earth. So after that, after he sees heaven and the Lamb, after he sees Christ open the 6 seals, he says, after these things I saw 4 angels. And what information we have is what these 4 angels are doing. I see 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, which just means there was an angel on the north, there was an angel on the south, on the west, and on the east. They are holding the 4 winds of the earth. That word holding means preventing or restraining. These four angels are restraining or preventing the wind from blowing. One angel restraining the north wind, one the south wind, one the west, one the east. That's what the four winds mean, the four directions. So that the wind should not blow on the earth, on the sea, or any tree. Angels play a big role in the end times, the world coming to its end. From the tribulation on, angels play a big role. If you read the book of Revelation, you're going to see them all over the place. I'm going to give you a few examples, not all of them, but a few examples of some angels in the book of Revelation. Of course, you have them here in chapter 7, restraining the wind. In chapter 8, you have 7 angels who are assigned to sound 7 trumpets, which, like the seals, those 7 trumpets will release an event, a judgment. So these 7 angels sort of release God's judgment. In chapter 14, you have an angel flying in the sky, preaching the gospel, which is heard worldwide, because in that verse 6 of chapter 14, it says he preaches to every nation and language, preaches to every single person. In chapter 15 and 16, you have angels pour out 7 bowls. They follow the 7 trumpets. More angels pour out 7 bowls, and they, like the trumpets and the seals, release judgment on the earth. And in chapter 20, you have an angel. This is chapter 19, Christ returns. In chapter 20, Satan is bound and put in, says he's thrown into the abyss for 1,000 years. You have an angel who binds him. Many people say this is Michael. Doesn't name this angel though. Just says an angel binds Satan for 1,000 years. So angels are all over the place in the end times. But those are just a few examples of them in Revelation. So these angels are very strong. When it says holding the 4 winds, the Greek word holding means to use strength. Just a note, angels in the Bible are more known for their strength, not their beauty. We always see today that they're usually known for that, how beautiful they are. Biblically, they're not known for that. They're known for how strong they are. That's not to say they aren't beautiful, but they're not known for that. So these angels are restraining the wind from blowing anywhere on earth. At this particular time, no wind blows. It says that the wind should not blow on the earth, sea, or any tree. I believe this is some kind of judgment wind. I'll answer why in going down the next few verses. Then John sees in verse 2, I saw another angel, a 5th angel, ascending from the east, rising from the east. We are told what this 5th angel has. Having the seal of the living God. And he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea. That's why I think it's a judgment, because it says to hurt the earth and the sea. Those 4 angels are given to hurt the earth and the sea. That word in the Greek means injure. Physical damage to the earth, sea, trees. Verse 3, he says, hurt not the earth, the sea, or the trees, until we have sealed the servants of our God in their foreheads. The word in at the end of verse 3 really should be on. The seal is not going inside their heads. The Greek word actually means to be on, so it should be on, not in. So we have sealed the servants of our God on their foreheads. You might be asking, what is the seal? What is the seal? Well, we know the seal goes on their foreheads. And to show you what that is, turn to chapter 14. Verse 1. John says, I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Sion, and with him 144,000, having his father's name written on their foreheads. What's the seal? The father's name on the foreheads of these 144,000. That's the seal. The fifth angel says to the four, don't hurt the earth, the sea, or the trees until we have sealed the servants of our God on their foreheads, and we have put the Father's name on their foreheads. Remember in chapter 14, there was 144,000 of them. Verse 4 of chapter 7, I heard the number of them which were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel, which is to say, there are 144,000 people with the Father's name written on their foreheads from the tribes of Israel, which means 144,000 Jews. Or from that line of people, the children of Israel, pretty much started in the book of Exodus. 144,000 from that line. Verses 5 through 8 tell you the actual men who started that line. So 144,000 are protected from whatever judgment is to come when these angels are told to stop restraining the wind. 144,000 protected with the Father's name written on their foreheads. And we can stop there.
Amen.
Pick up next time.
All right. Amen.